Yo, what's up, folks? This Impact, and I want to take this time to welcome you all back to the Hurt Business 101. Let's get right into this video, man. Today's video, I want to break down and talk about a fight that's going on in a couple weeks between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga. Let's get right into this video. Listen up, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please take the time, pause the video, or go down there, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that bell icon so you can be notified whenever I drop new content. Let's go. Listen up, y'all. Uh, this is not a fight I'm particularly looking forward to, but it's boxing, and I'll take it. Now, I'm not going to order the fight, so and I'm not going to stream it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to wait to do a recap, and hopefully the next day I could catch a viable stream of the fight on YouTube where I can watch the fight in its entirety and not just highlight clip. So as soon as I'm able to watch the full fight, I'll come back and recap it. But I won't be watching the fight that night. Listen, Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga. First of all, I want to say this right off the bat. This fight is not competitive at all, and I'm not about to call it. Listen, because this is the thing that people get twisted. I get on Canelo about certain ways he's moving, but it's not out of hate for Canelo. I don't have that type of spirit to sit around hating on a guy that moves he made. Canelo is very successful. He got one of the deepest resumes in boxing. Not all the wins, and not without controversy in some of the fights, but resumes is everything. All the guys you fought when you fought him, he got one of, if not the best resume in the sport of boxing right now. So I'm not hating on Canelo Alvarez. I don't like the way he's moving because he is avoiding David Benavidez. Two things could be true. All right, I could think you're avoiding David Benavidez, you're ducking, but I can still realize that you're a great fighter and Edgar Berlanga is not on his level. Berlanga believes that he's going to be able to present something to Canelo that Canelo hasn't been in against, like power. Canelo been in there with Triple G. I say 2 times. That third time, he was a fossil. He's been in there with guys that can punch. I mean, if you don't have an IQ, I don't care how much power you got, because Canelo is not going to give you these opportunities to clip him in between his shots where he won't see the shot coming and you're going to hit him clean on his chin. That's not who Canelo Alvarez is. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. I'm gonna give him the respect that he deserves as being a great fighter in today's time. He keeps his chin down. When he keeps his chin down, it's hard to hit him on the chin because he's real slippery. He knows how to bend at his waist. He knows how to slip and slide punches. He knows how to come back and counter with hard shots. Canelo Alvarez has a granite chin. When his chin is touched, he does not waver. You know what I'm saying? He gets hit. So if Edgar Berlanga hits him, Canelo Alvarez has a good enough chin to take it. Canelo Alvarez is not going to really give you a lot of opportunities to clip him in between. He usually keeps a tight guard and he waits for you to stop punching to respond. He don't punch with guys like that. When he was like at 154 pounds and he was a little younger, he would do that a little bit more, like exchanges. At this stage of his career, as he's went up in weight, probably to compensate for the fact that he's not the biggest guy in the world, and that his punch volume has went down. He's real selective with his output. So Berlanga, how's Berlanga going to be able to feint to draw something out of Canelo? Berlanga doesn't have that type of education in the ring. I've watched every fight of his that meant anything, and he don't have many fights that meant something. You know what I'm saying? He is a strong fighter, but at this level, these guys are strong. I mean, like Jaime Munguia was a more educated fighter than Edgar Berlanga, and Jaime Munguia wasn't on Canelo's level. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think a lot of this stuff, um, I think Berlanga is going to go out there and go out on a shield. You know what I'm saying? But I like if you notice like this, I'm not about to be giving no super technical breakdown about how he catches this punch and how he does this because this fight doesn't call for that. This fight is I'm just letting you guys know that Canelo Alvarez is going to put hands and feet on Edgar Berlanga. He's going to kick his ass. Edgar Berlanga can't do anything that Edgar Berlanga isn't fast enough because in order to really beat Canelo, you got to have superior hand speed than Canelo, or you got to have really quick foot movements along with good hand movements to be able to get in and out on them like a b-ball or something like that, or you got to be able to move around and make Canelo have to, because Canelo needs to be set to throw his punches. He don't throw punches on the move like that. You got to be able to get your shit off and have quick feet to move and make him reset. And then every time he stopped, you got to be able to stop with him and hit him with a shot and then get out and make him reset and follow you again. You got to have that type of style. Berlanga doesn't have that type of style. And if you're going to be a guy that's going to stand right there, you have to have overwhelming power like an Artur Beterbiev. Whereas though, okay, Canelo Alvarez would get killed just standing there with like a Beterbiev because he's so powerful. And if that bending at the waist and just trying to cover up and block shots and wait for him to stop, that's not going to work because the block punches and the ones that, you know, and Canelo he blinds himself too a lot of times when he covers up. He catches everything on his elbows and try to catch it on his shoulders and stuff like that. But he also covers up so tight that he's not really able to see where everything is landing. But his opponents generally respect him to the point where they don't tee off on him with, with reckless abandon because they're afraid of the punching power, the shot that he might do, and he might open up and then decide to throw a punch back. They're wary. A guy like Beterbiev is strong enough to thump down on you, and he's also educated enough to make you open. Edgar Berlanga doesn't have that. Edgar Berlanga doesn't have quick reflexes like a Floyd Mayweather to be able to hit Canelo with a shot, and when Canelo returns, not be there. Let's say he doesn't have the Erislandy Lara feet where he could just keep moving the whole fight and make it boring as hell and try to lull Canelo to sleep. He doesn't have that. All he has is a puncher's chance against a guy who's shown himself to be extremely sturdy. So the chances of Edgar Berlanga knocking out Canelo Alvarez, I'm going to say 1% just because anybody can be touched. But how are you going to do it? Like, what are you going to draw out of Canelo so that you can make him, what are you going to draw out of Canelo so that he opens himself up for you to slip something in when you're not even a guy who has that type of style when you, like the cat eyes, where you can stare down the barrel of the gun and shoot something in between a guy's shot and keep your head off the line at the same time, like a Terrence Crawford. You don't have that. So everything that it takes to give Canelo a problem, Edgar has none of it. A strong punch is not going to deter Canelo Alvarez. It's just not. Canelo Alvarez is a far superior fighter. Edgar Berlanga is going to get the shit beat out of him. I don't know if it ends quickly, but unless Canelo decides for some reason to just string it out too long and then it gets near the end and Berlanga could see himself making it to the finish line, so he just packs it in and then tries to stay away and grab and hold his way to getting out of there alive. I don't see him making it out of this fight. I see him getting beat, broken jaw, broken ribs, beat down, and demoralized. That's what I see. I don't see this fight being competitive at all. That's all I got for now, y'all. I want to thank y'all for joining into this edition of the Hurt Business 101. You know what they say? It's no business like show business. But I say it's no business like the hurt business. 101 done.